Hello, good afternoon. Waiting for our invitees today, for people who signed up for the onboarding training session with Giggster. My name is Anastasia. Hope everyone is feeling great. We'll wait for a couple of minutes to see if somebody joins the live session. If not, we will simply start our onboarding session. I will record it for you to be able to watch it later. We'll wait for a couple of minutes. So let's start. If somebody decides to join the live session, I will be happy to approve you to the meeting, and you will be able to join and ask your questions. Otherwise, welcome for everyone who will watch this recorded version. My name is Anastasia. I'm Giggster's onboarding and hosting manager. Welcome to Giggster, our platform for hosts who want to rent out their locations short-term on the hourly basis. And let's start with our first topic for today, the booking process. The booking process with Giggster starts with a booking request sent to you by a prospective renter who found your listing on our website. You as a host can approve or reject this booking request. If you approve it, you get a confirmed booking. If you don't approve it, you don't get a confirmed booking. But you can send a custom rate in response to a booking request if you want to make a special offer for your renters. So, you're expected to approve or reject a booking request. If you approve it, you get a confirmed booking. If you reject it, you don't get a confirmed booking, and you are not penalized for rejecting a booking request. So it's very important for you to reply, to approve or reject. Even if you reject, you are not penalized. But if you ignore a booking request, you neither approve nor reject, you will be considered unresponsive. So in the future, after multiple requests which are ignored, that you neither approved nor reject, your account may be suspended for unresponsiveness, because for our system, when you do not approve nor reject booking requests, it looks like you are unresponsive. As I already mentioned, you can also send a custom rate in reply to a booking request. A custom rate is a special tool that allows you to send an offer to your renter with a price that is different from what is listed. If you want to make a discount or increase the default rate, you can use the custom rate tool. You can also use this tool if you want to add notes to the addendum to the location agreement, meaning that you want to introduce and enforce some custom rules for your renters for this particular booking. So you can send a custom rate and not only offer a special price, which is higher or lower than what is listed, but you can also add notes that will be automatically integrated into the addendum to the location agreement that we generate for all bookings made on Giggster. And you will further find all these notes and comments in the addendum to the agreement. It's very important when you want to enforce some restrictions, limitations, custom rules, special overtime rates or people overages rates. So don't hesitate to use the custom rate tool, not only to send a special offer for your renter, but also to introduce and enforce custom rules that you want to apply to a particular booking. In this case, if you send a custom rate, the renter will be able to approve or reject the custom rate. If the renter approves it, you get a confirmed booking. If the renter doesn't approve it, rejects it, you don't get a confirmed booking. Once you get a confirmed booking, our cancellation policy starts working. We have a default cancellation policy designed to protect both the host and the renter. The cancellation policy of Giggsters grants a full refund for the renter if they cancel within 24 hours after making a booking. So if I book today and then I decide to cancel within 24 hours, I will be entitled to a full refund. However, only if there are more than 48 hours before the start of my booking. It's very important to consider that last-minute bookings, last-minute cancellations do not imply any refund for the renter. Just an example. If I book today for tomorrow, and then in a couple of hours I decide to cancel, I'm not entitled to any refund because I booked today for tomorrow, less than 48 hours before the start of my booking. I won't get any refund if I cancel, even within the 24-hour grace period. However, if I book today on Tuesday for next Monday, and then tomorrow I decide to cancel within 24 hours of confirmation of my booking, I will be entitled to a full refund because I'm within the 24-hour grace period and there are still more than 48 hours before the start of my booking. If, however, the 24-hour grace period is already over, so I'm not within this time frame, not within the 24-hour grace period, and I decide to cancel, and there are more than 48 hours before the start of my booking, I will be entitled to a half refund of the location fee. All additional fees I will be always refunded in full. So half refund of the location fee is refunded to me and the other half is paid out to the host if I cancel outside of the 24-hour grace period and if there are more than 48 hours before the start of my booking. And the third condition is if there are less than 48 hours before the start of my booking, what I already mentioned, it's a last-minute booking cancellation, I'm not entitled to any refund of the location fee because you can imagine that the host closed the dates on the calendar for the renter's booking. The host was not able to approve other booking requests because the space was ready for this renter. And if the renter decides to cancel within less than 48 hours before the start of the booking, the renter is not entitled to any refund of the additional of the location fee. However, all additional fees such as cleaning, site rep fee, equipment storage fee, or some add-ons are always refunded in full if the renter cancels even last minute. This is our default cancellation policy. If you have your own cancellation policy, something custom that you designed for your bookings, you can also enforce it. Just send your renter a custom rate indicating the rules of your custom policy in the notes section of the custom rates window, or you can discuss your custom cancellation policy in the booking chat with your renter and ask your renter to agree to your custom policy. If the renter agrees to your custom policy in writing, it automatically enforces this policy and we will apply it to your booking, meaning that if the renter decides to cancel and you agreed on a custom policy with this renter, we will enforce your policy because there was an agreement between you and the renter. I also would like to mention that apart from booking requests, you will also receive booking inquiries, which are different from requests in a way that they can't be approved or rejected. So, as well, we already mentioned a request can be approved or rejected for you to get a booking or not to get a booking. Inquiries are different in a way that they can't be approved or rejected. Inquiries are simply messages sent to you by a prospective renter via the booking chat, and you are expected to reply and communicate with your potential customer, although you won't be able to approve or reject an inquiry. This is the difference. Requests can be approved and rejected, and inquiries can't be approved or rejected, but you are expected to communicate with your potential renter, and maybe you will come to an agreement, and then they will send you a request or you will send them a custom rate, because the custom rate can be sent in response to booking inquiries and booking requests equally. Our next topic is rescheduling. Sometimes renters ask you for rescheduling due to some force majeure circumstances, some changes of plans, and we don't have strict rules regarding rescheduling, meaning that you are not obliged to allow rescheduling. However, you are expected to be flexible and allow rescheduling at least once, considering the circumstances. For example, some actor fell ill, or there is a COVID case, or there is some force majeure circumstance that you are ready to be flexible with, and that's why you allow to reschedule the booking free of charge. However, you are not obliged to allow rescheduling. And if you are not comfortable, the booking will be cancelled according to the cancellation policy. You can also introduce a rescheduling fee, but in this case, you are expected to indicate it in the description of your listing. So if you are ready to allow rescheduling for a particular fee, feel free to add it to the listing's description. And if you allow rescheduling and want to introduce some changes to the confirmed booking, for example, change the time, date, number of people, or the rate, feel free to contact us via the help chat, because at this moment all changes to confirmed bookings are to be made through Giggster customer support, and we will be happy to introduce modifications, changes to the confirmed booking for you when we receive your request via the help chat on our website. You will find the round green circle in the lower right hand corner. Just click on it, and you will see the option to communicate with our customer support specialists, available 24/7 for you. Our next topic is how to make your listing popular. Of course, when you publish your listing, you want to get your first bookings faster. Make sure to add bright, high-quality pictures. It's the most important part of the listing, because not all renters even read the description. They just look for something that fits their idea of the project, and the high-quality photos are the key to success. I recommend setting a picture of the interior as a cover photo, because it's more informative for the renter to see the interior of your space, because most production takes place inside of the location. Even if you don't set a picture of the interior, make sure the cover photo is bright and eye-catching. You can also see recommendations on how to make your listing more attractive in the help section on our website. We have amazing articles there. You can see the guide for hosts, recommendations for hosts there, and more advice on how to make your listing more attractive. Of course, don't put high prices for a good start. It's very important to introduce rates which are lower than average rates on similar listings in your area for a good start, so that your listing looks competitive. Consider indicating prices a little bit lower than the average rates, and it will help you. Also, if you got an inquiry but you see that the renter is on a tight budget, it's a good idea to provide a small discount for the conversion, and so that the inquiry is converted to a confirmed booking. Once you get a confirmed booking, don't forget to review your renter and ask them to review your back. It's very, very important for your listing, for your rating. When you get 5-star reviews, they automatically boost your listing in search results, and it appears on top of search results when you get 5-star reviews. Even if you have many bookings but no reviews, it won't help. It's very important to get reviews, to leave reviews, and thus promote your listing. Our next topic is filming permit and production insurance. According to the location agreement that we generate for all bookings made on Giggster, a filming permit is required for all bookings made through our website, and the renter is responsible for obtaining a filming permit. However, in reality, a filming permit is not always needed. It depends on where your location is, in what state, in what country, in what area. So you as a host you are responsible for checking with the local filming authorities on whether the filming permit is needed, is required for filming at your location. For example, you are located in New York and you have a small photo studio. Pay attention that for inside shoots in New York, a permit is usually not required. However, if you are in Los Angeles and you have the same small photo studio, permits are most probably required even for shoots inside the location. So pay attention to these peculiarities of each particular area of the state or whether your listing is located. Check with local filming authorities on whether a filming permit is needed, and if it's needed, the renter will be responsible. The renter will be responsible for obtaining this permit. So the host needs to check and the renter will have to pay for a filming permit. But you should inform your renters that a filming permit is required in the booking chart before you confirm their booking, because not all renters know about the rules. Don't assume that they know already all the rules and requirements, all the regulations, and that a permit is needed for shoots at your location. Please dedicate time to informing your renters of these requirements and let them know that a permit is needed. Also consider that it usually takes on average 3-5 business days for a permit to be issued. So if it's a last-minute booking, it's most probably won't be possible for the renter to obtain a filming permit. But if it's required, you as a host should inform your renters of this requirement, and the host is responsible to cover all costs of obtaining a permit and should send you a copy of it before the start of the booking. As for the production insurance or short-term event insurance, it's also compulsory according to our location agreement. And again, the renter is responsible for obtaining the insurance. And the certificate of insurance can be obtained even online, and it takes just a few minutes to get it, so it's not a long-lasting process. Not like the filming permit, which takes multiple days. So we insist on getting a certificate of insurance for all bookings made on our website. This short-term insurance should protect the host and the renter and provide a minimum 2 million coverage for general liability and property damage cases. You as a host are to inform your renter of this requirement. Again, don't forget to obtain the insurance, because it's compulsory to have the insurance to use my space for events, meetings, or production. Once the renter confirms their booking, you have a paid booking, provide the renter with your full name or the location owner's full name if you are a location manager and you represent the homeowner, and the listing's address, so that the renter can add this information to the certificate and send you a copy once the certificate is issued. You will have a copy of the certificate for the cases where there are major damages to the property which can't be covered out of pocket, and in this case you will be able to file a claim at the insurance company. And pay attention that actually insurance is almost never used. It's very rare cases where the insurance is used. Usually any damages, minor charges are covered out of pocket, but unfortunately some unwanted damages may be costly, and in this case the certificate of insurance will be helpful. You will be able to file a claim at the insurance company and get your compensation. So don't forget to ask your renter to send you a filming permit if needed, and a short-term production or event insurance, which is always a must for all types of bookings, for all types of events, activities, and production at all locations available on our website. If you decide to host without the insurance, you do not require it from your renters. It's your decision, it's your choice, but be ready for situations where the renter won't be able to cover the damages out of pocket. And in this case, unfortunately, there will be no other way to collect the compensation. And our final topic is a site rep walkthrough site rep report, and claims. So a site rep is a person who helps the host and the renter on site if the host can't be present. A site rep is like a location manager who is there, always available to lend a hand to the renter, but also the site rep shouldn't interfere with the process. So if you can't be present on site for a final walkthrough and to sign a site rep report with your renter, or you are not comfortable with this procedure and you don't want to be on site at the end of the booking, make sure to assign a site rep, a location manager who will represent you on site. The renter will have to pay a site rep fee, which you can indicate on the listing, and you will send a person who will represent you on site. A site rep or a host should be available at the end of the booking on site to complete a final walkthrough, fill out and sign a site rep report that will serve to indicate if there are any additional charges incurred for people overages, overtime, minor charges, and damages. If you fill out a site rep report, have a copy and send it to Giggster if you decide to collect the additional charges through our website. Because sometimes renters incur additional charges for extra people, for overtime, for damages, for minor charges like equipment rentals, etc. In this case, if you want to collect the payment through Giggster, fill out the site rep report and send it to us. Then file a claim in our claim portal and send us evidence of additional charges. For cases like if you have a damaged object or extra people were on site, send us photos, video evidence, whatever evidence you have available. It will help in the claim resolution process. And of course, the site rep report. Actually, the site rep report is simply the sheet of paper where you indicate how much the renter owes you. And you ask the renter to sign this paper, because when the renter leaves your premises, it might happen that they try to avoid paying for these additional charges, covering them. And in this case, you have this site rep report that gives us legal grounds to charge the renter's card on file and collect the additional payment from the renter and send it to you. So the site rep report part is very important, and it's described in clause 12.3 of the location agreement that we have available in the help section on our website. You can review the template of the agreement in the help section. Finally, as for the extra people and overtime, please mind that you are not obliged to allow overtime or extra people on site. You have the location agreement, which indicates how many people can be on site and what is the end time of your booking. So if you can't allow overtime or extra people, your site rep or you should be available at the end of the booking and indicate that overtime is not allowed. If there are extra people, again, the site rep or the host should pay attention to extra people and inform the renter that this number of people is not allowed. If you want to allow it, you can charge an additional fee for extra people. It's indicated in the addendum to the location agreement. And if you want to charge for extra people and allow extra people, you are to do it to communicate with your renter on site. You can charge through Giggster by sending a custom rate or filing a claim in our claim portal, or you can collect a payment for any extras directly from the renter on site. For example, the renter brings more people than expected, and you allow this number of people, but you need to collect an additional payment. If the renter is ready to pay right away, don't hesitate to accept this additional payment on site. Don't forget, we have a rule which establishes that all bookings should be made through Giggster. If you are contacted by the renter through Giggster, you are to approve a booking request through Giggster, through the platform, not outside of the platform. But it doesn't apply to additional fees. So if the renter brings more people and is ready to pay for them right away, you are allowed to approve this additional payment, to accept the additional payment on site. Or if they want to pay for overtime directly to you on site, you are also allowed to accept this payment directly from the renter. Finally, damages. Don't forget to take pictures, to send us photo evidence of damages, and inform your renter. Again, communicate with your renter that they will have to pay for the damages. If you don't have a quote, an estimate right away, it will take you time to get an estimate. You can file a claim in our claim portal and request the additional payment through Giggster, but don't forget to fill out and sign a site rep report with your renter at the end of the booking and take pictures of the damaged items. This is how it works. And finally, if there are some major damages, which are a very rare case, but just in case, if there are major damages, you can always file a claim at the insurance company based on the information provided in the insurance certificate obtained by the renter, and that will be sent to you before the start of the booking. Don't forget that you are responsible for communication with your renter about the permit and the insurance, and you are to provide your renter with information: what name, what address indicate on the certificate, and ask your renter to send you a copy before the start of the booking. Finally, I wanted to tell you that we have a Giggster community, which is a great space where you can share your ideas, your feedback, and of course our 24/7 help chat available on our website, always with live customer support agents who are ready to answer any questions you might have. And our onboarding training sessions every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Los Angeles time, and questions and answers sessions on Thursdays at 4 p.m. Los Angeles time. And finally, we also have sessions for European hosts on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. London time. Thank you so much once again for watching me, for being interested in learning more about hosting with Giggster. I'm always available for you on Tuesdays for our onboarding training sessions. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me via the help chat on our website or by joining the training session, and I will be happy to answer any questions you might have. Thank you so much for joining